So today we are going to learn how to create a patient file. So we need to create a patient file like this. So this is an example of a completed patient file. The primary purpose of this is to provide the document basis for planning patient care and treatment. It is also important means by which healthcare providers communicate with one another about patient needs. It also becomes legal record because they describe and document care and treatment, and also used to provide the documentation patients and payers used to verify billed services. So before we started, we need some supplies to complete this patient record. The first thing we need is a file folder for the chart we are going to create. Next is a letter stickers for the patient's first letter of their last name. We also need a year sticker. We also need 2-hole puncher. Just pretend that this is a puncher. And a name alert sticker in case we need them. We also need a prong fastener to secure the papers with 2 punch holes together. We need also a marker and a pen. And lastly, the files we need to put inside the chart, which includes the patient information, a health history questionnaire, a medication list, and a patient progress notes. So to get started, we are going to start by creating the outside part of the patient chart. So as you've seen in this chart, so this is the way which these stickers are fixed, and we will be using these color-coded labels. Color coding of file is very important, especially in healthcare setting. If a file was accidentally placed in the wrong location, the color band will be broken and the missed file would stand out, allowing easy identification of the error. This method of filing using colors to speed and improve the process was ideal for the administration of medical files as the operation demanded accurate and speedy access to patient records. So we will be using my last name as our patient for today, and my last name is Flores, so we need the letter F, a letter L, and letter O. The first 3 letters make us easier also to find when we are finding a patient chart or a file. These color-coded letters allow us to find files quicker, make the filing process easier, and also to prevent missed files, and also it saves our time accessing information faster and makes personnel more productive. So for the first 3 letters of my last name, we are going to put at the top of the patient chart. As you can see that the file folder comes with these lines that guide so that we can keep everything organized and neat, and also make sure that the stickers are straight and centered. So for the year sticker, we need to put it below part of the chart. So for the year sticker, patient files are retained and accessible for 10 years. So this year sticker is used for the year from the date of the last record entry of the patient. It is also used to make it easier to find the patient chart by year, and this is also a big help for the archiving purposes of the clinic. Archiving means putting the information you no longer use regularly into secure storage for extended periods of time. After the letter sticker, we need to write the patient's last name, a comma, and follow their first name. Again, there is a standard procedure to follow. We need to imagine the chart was actually placed in the filing system. The people read left to right, so if this on the wall, they will tilt their heads, and so they can read the surname, comma, and the first name. And if there were another patient in the particular system with the same last name and surname, we can use a name alert sticker, which makes a clue to whoever retrieves a file. And so, this is how we made the outside part of the patient chart. Next is, we are going to move in how we create inside the patient chart. Every office is going to have a standard procedure or organization that they will need to follow to assemble their chart. First, we need to collect all the contents of our chart. First, we got our patient information form. It is used to collect information from the patient. Next is we got the health history questionnaire, which is used to understand the state of health of the patient further and to determine within the history is related to any acute complaints to direct toward the diagnosis. Next is we got the list of medications that we can keep us to date as new medications are added. And finally, the patient progress notes template, which serves as a repository of medical facts and clinical thinking and is intended as a concise vehicle of communication about a patient's condition to those who access the health record. They should be readable, easily understood, complete, accurate, and concise. To be able to attach these forms inside the folder, we need to use a puncher to make a hole, and also we need to punch also the folder. And after making a hole, insert a prong fastener on the left and right sides of the chart. Before putting them together, make sure that every single individual piece of paper inside the health record needs to be labeled with the patient's name, date of birth, PHN, so that if any of these forms get removed or fall out from the chart, we can make sure that we can bring them back in the proper chart or the file. And according to our chart organization guide, we will be going to assemble our records and put them all together according to the guide if we will going to put them on the left side or the right side of the chart. So according to Bow Valley Campus Medical Center Organization Guide, on the left side, we need to include the patient registration form, followed by the medical history questionnaire, and followed by the medication list. And on the right side, we will be going to put the patient progress notes. So again, before attaching them, make sure that all of the forms are labeled. After labeling and checking all the forms, we can now attach them to the chart with the prong fastener to secure the forms in our chart. As you can see, the only identifying information of our patient on the outside of the record is the patient's name. So the health information access, we cannot include more than one identifying information to a patient on the outside of the record. So we can just open the patient record if we need the rest of the patient's information. And that's it! We can make very easy patient medical record. So this is our completed patient medical record. Thank you for watching!